All right, what's up, people? Welcome back to the second episode of Black Sheep Podcast. We're just gonna get right into it. I don't think I need to do an intro. If you need an intro, head on back to episode 1. I did a nice little intro. But last week I did say I felt like I was gonna end the podcast and feel like I didn't say everything I wanted to say, and that was for sure the case. So I jotted down some notes. I know I said last week, this isn't scripted, and it's not. My notes are very short list. Just things I wanted to kind of touch on. And the first thing is school. That was another big thing I was very judged on, and I feel like I still am judged on because I didn't finish college. I left college because it just was not putting me in a happy place. I was getting very depressed, and if people know me, they know that I don't worry, I don't stress, I don't get upset. I'm just very easygoing. And college was probably the first thing to ever make me feel depressed and very just not myself mentally. And it wasn't because of the school. I enjoyed the college I went to. I met some awesome friends who I'm still friends with today. Just school in general. I was never a school person. School's not for everybody. I feel like I learned better just doing, work, being hands-on with stuff. But no, I'm for sure still judged to this day for not finishing school. And I could kind of understand the judgment if I was the very first person in our whole family to not finish college. But that's just not the case. So many people haven't finished college, and it's fine, but it'd be the same people that didn't finish college that tell you need to finish college. Ain't that something? Crazy. But no, you don't need to be you don't need to go to college to be successful. It's just whatever. That's all I'll say about school. Let's talk about my YouTube channel. It used to be called Atman Productions. Atman, my last name, Productions. I made so many different types of videos. I didn't have one single style, so I just figured Productions was the best name, Atman Productions. And I just had family members tell me, why does it have to be that name? It might make the family look bad. I mean, really? YouTube videos making the family look bad? I don't think people ever actually watch my videos because they would see that nothing was ever inappropriate or controversial or I don't even, like, nothing was bad about my YouTube videos. It might have had an inappropriate joke here and there. Whatever. It's comedy. It's funny. But still, I mean, when people told me I'd be like embarrassing the family, that whatever. It's crazy. Again, just stupid shit. I think, again, and another thing I want to touch on was drugs. Like, I feel like people see me, they're like, oh man, the tattoos, he's like a college dropout. Dude's probably a drug addict. I don't know. Like, I think that's stupid, but like, it's true. I think people are out here thinking I'm breaking the law, doing drugs. Let me put it all out there right now, and I'm sure people know. Yes, I've smoked weed before. Like 5, 6 years ago, in a state where it's illegal. Yeah, I've smoked weed a handful of times. Whatever. It's crazy. There's people out here popping pills, doing cocaine at family events, but I get looked down on because of the way I look. I mean, Jesus. Anyway, let's get into social media. I love social media. I do. I always have. And it's funny because I use social media differently than other people. Do they like it? No, but I don't mind putting my business out there. I don't. I'm a very open book. When I talk to people, when I post stuff, I don't care. And people would always reach out to me saying, oh, don't do that, don't do that, don't do this, don't talk about whatever. I'm not calling nobody out. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm not talking about nothing too specific, but I'm not going to hide how I've been treated. I'm not going to hide what I've had to deal with. So yeah, I love social media. I love that, you can meet people over the years and kind of just continue to grow with them virtually. I think that's awesome. And I'm not one of those people that need to get likes, need to get comments, need to get shares. I don't need all that. I post my stuff because I want it to be seen, and I want it to be shared with the people that want to see it. And I use social media for that reason. If you want to share your pregnancy, your wedding, whatever it is, I want to see it. Recently, as I'm sure some of you know, my Facebook was hacked. and it got banned and deleted, and I don't think I can reverse it. Facebook is like impossible to deal with when that happens. So it's sad. That's like 12, 13 years kind of down the drain of, people I've met over the years and like posts, I won't get to see like the memories what I posted 12 years ago. I enjoyed that. But it's kind of like a clean start. I don't mind it. Now I can kind of control who I'm friends with, because before I had thousands of people I was friends with on there, and let's be honest, they're not my friends. So I'm cool with the clean start. I can go through, I can friend who I want to friend. And reject the people I don't. I had it since I was like a young teenager, and I felt obligated to add family members. I felt obligated to add classmates. Now I don't give a fuck. So I'm adding the people I want to add, the people I want seeing my shit, the people shit I want to see. It's crazy. The person who hacked it, I've got two theories. One, it's some random dude in a random country who gets some sort of joy out of hacking accounts, disabling them, this, that, and the third, whatever. That's theory number one, and most likely that's what happened. But it's funny because out of 13 years on there, I never had any issues. And all of a sudden, I was cleaning out my friend list on Facebook, deleting people that I felt were toxic to me or to any of my family or friends. I just felt were toxic to be friends with on social media. So like a week prior, I deleted people, and all of a sudden, a week later, here I am, hacked, deleted account. I don't think anybody that I deleted is capable of doing that, smart enough to do it. I don't. I just found it very interesting, and maybe it was just perfect timing. But that's that. Now I have a new Facebook profile, and I there are people I do want to add, but their settings are so that like people can't add you, they can just follow you, and I'm not just gonna follow you. If we're not friends, we're not friends. But I gotta hit those people up. Anyway, so that's social media. I think it's disgusting seeing people who like feed off of the likes and the comments and the shares. Like, I can post a whole ass post, get 1 or 2 likes on it, I'm cool. The people I wanted to see it saw it. But there's people out there who, like, if they don't get like a certain amount of likes or like just any sort of reaction, they'll like delete the post and repost it later, or just delete it just because like they didn't get all of the likes that they want. It's like, grow up. My God, dude. And again, I'm very aware that all of the thousands of people I used to be friends with, they weren't my friends. Just people I grew up knowing and met over the years. Again, if you want to be friends with me on Facebook, friend me. See what happens. Maybe I'll accept it, maybe I'll decline it. But something I did want to get into. And, again, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm not throwing hatred at anybody. This was like 6 or 7 years ago. I'm over it. Things have gotten better since then, but it is something I want to talk about because it relates back to my brand, Black Sheep. Years ago, like 7-ish years ago, I was at work one morning. I went on Facebook because I was working security, just sitting at a desk. I was on my phone the whole time. I go on Facebook, and the very first thing I see is a large family photo. I mean large, like extended cousins, just such a large turnout of family members. And I knew nothing of it. There was some sort of event, and I wasn't invited to it. And when I expressed my feelings about it, I was told that, they had the wrong email address, this, that, whatever. Just some reason that they didn't have a way to contact me. I don't know. Stupid, but whatever. Wouldn't happen again, right? Another large event that same year, not too long after, go on Facebook, and there's another large gathering of my family members on a picture. And like at that point, it's like, okay, like this isn't a mistake that I'm not getting the invites. So yeah, man, that hurt. I remember after the second time, I took my last name off my Facebook, and that was the thing. Nobody cared about how I felt. Nobody cared that I was being excluded from family events. And then I took my last name off of Facebook, and all of a sudden I was getting texts and calls saying I'm overreacting. There's no need to act like that. There's no need to take your name off Facebook. Like, I'm overreacting? Really? Like, again, the first time, okay, you didn't have my email address, whatever. But, like, the second time, not too long after, and it happens again, come on. And after that, there were just so many times I'd go on Facebook or Instagram and see family gathered at an event, and it's like, it got to the point where, like, I always expressed my feelings about it, and it got to the point where I was just being told, you wouldn't have gone. Like, don't whine about it, don't act like this. You wouldn't have gone. What do you mean I wouldn't have gone? I can't prove to you that I'll go if I'm not invited. That was the thing. I mean, they had nothing of the past to say, oh man, well, he never comes. Y'all never invited me. And again, I'm not over here to point fingers. I'm not over here to throw shade at anybody, because again, it's gotten better over the years. I get a lot of support from people I wasn't getting support from back then. And then still I am getting no support from the same people I was getting no support from back then. So, it is what it is. My face is super shiny, by the way. Oh my God, this ring light is, wow, that is bright. Let me see if I can turn that down. Oh man, that's so much better. I feel like a new person. But yeah, that's that. And again, I'm not here to throw shade. I'm not here to live in the past. Again, I feel like it's important to think about how you treat people and what you say to people and what you do to people. Because not everybody, I'm not trying to sound cocky, but not everybody is as easygoing as I am. I kind of just take shit, let it go, whatever. There's other people that, like, you're sending these people to therapy. You're sending these people to start getting into things they shouldn't be doing, like becoming an alcoholic, becoming a drug addict. That might sound so wild, but it's like the way you talk to people, the way you treat people, people don't just become downfalls. People don't just start picking up a bottle every day. People don't start getting into hardcore drugs. People don't become suicidal out of nowhere. Let's end it off with that. Again, I don't keep meaning to make the end of my podcast dark. It just is that way. But let's talk about that real quick. People, and I hope both types of people are watching. I hope people who relate to me and relate to being, the black sheep. I hope people like that are watching. And I hope that people who make those people feel that way, the people that just judge you if you're not exactly who they want you to be, I hope you're watching as well, because it's people like you. And again, I'm not throwing shots. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just trying to make you open your eyes a little bit. It's people like you that cause people to hate themselves, to start doing the shit that could ruin their life. And no, in your head, you think ruining your life is getting a tattoo is ruining your life. You'll never get a job, doing stupid shit like painting your nails, piercing your ears, shaving your head bald, whatever the fuck it is. That does not affect me. It does not affect anybody negatively. I could get a tattoo on my fucking face. I'll be perfectly fine the next day. But it's people like you judging people, treating people like shit, excluding people out of events that make people feel so poorly about themselves that they just start going downhill. And again, I love who I am. I love life. I love being here. And I'm not trying to throw any hidden messages. If I wanted to do anything negative, I would just come out and say it, because nobody would stop me. Nobody has ever stopped me from doing anything in my life. And it's just not the case. I'm a very happy person. But unfortunately, not everybody is as easygoing as I am. Not as many people let shit go like I do. Not many people say, oh, fuck it, whatever, it's cool, like I do. There are seriously people who just get fucked up mentally or even physically because of motherfuckers that can't just be happy for other people. So, again, we're at that 15-minute mark. I think it was about 15 minutes last week. I'll leave it at that. Next week, let's talk about weddings. I got a wedding coming up, and I got some good stuff for you about it. So yeah, next week we'll talk about weddings and wedding planning and people involved in weddings and not involved in weddings. But until then, stay beautiful, stop judging people, and don't be a dick. All right, peace out, girls.